Hey guys, it's LukeMan97. Welcome back to another video on World of Warships Blitz. And I know on Tuesday we did a little bit different videos with my thoughts on bots and how fleets work. So it wasn't a ship review, but today we're back with another ship review. And today we're looking at an Italian ship, the Tier 9 Tech Tree Battleship Lepanto. So, as far as history on this thing, obviously it didn't exist. The last class of Italian battleships built was the Vittorio Veneto, or actually a Littorio class. But it says here a further development of the Vittorio Veneto class, which, see, the game, they have a typo here. It should say of the Littorio class battleships, because in real life it was the Littorio class, and Littorio was the lead ship. It wasn't the Vittorio Veneto class, so the game's got that wrong. But, anyways, there was this guy in the Italian Navy, I think his name was Ferrati. I don't remember his first name. His name was Ferrati, though. And he drew up a bunch of designs, and I think this was probably one of them for like future Italian battleships, but they never built anymore. This was probably one of his designs. I know another one of his designs, slightly modified in the game, is the Tier 10 Cristoforo Colombo. This was another one of Ferrati's designs, but yeah, so this is just a hypothetical, what if the Italians built this kind of ship design thing, because they never did build anything with quad turrets. That was more what the French specialized in. Anyways, first of all, let's look at the, no, first of all, actually, let's compare it to the Vittorio Veneto to see how it's improved from the Tier 8. So first of all, we'll notice that we get a better better fuel smoke, 3 instead of 2, which 2 gives you 12 seconds, 12, 4, and 60, and this one gives you 15, 5. So same cooldown, but active for 1 more second and about 3 more seconds more duration. And we also get a better scout plane, level 2 scout plane. The old one gives you increased firing range by 12% for 30 seconds. This one gives you by 16% for 30 seconds, but has a shorter cooldown of 75 seconds. So, and obviously we have the SAP and the auto secondaries on both of them. Obviously, Lepanto gets some more hit points, slight better damage reduction, and a little bit better torpedo damage reduction. The reason why the Italian ships have such good torpedo damage reductions is because starting, I think, with the Vittorio Veneto, or actually the Littorio class it was, in real life, they devised this system where they put like this round kind of like cylinder bulge on the sides of the ship. I think amidships it was. So they just had to hope the torpedo hit there. And they filled it with like water, a mixture of like water and oil or water and diesel, I don't remember. And that made a little bit of like a barrier there. So if a torpedo hit, they were hoping that would absorb the impact. So that's why these things have pretty good torpedo damage reduction. And I guess the reason why it's increasing for the Lepanto is just because they're thinking, oh, well, maybe they improved it a little bit by this time. Anyways, Lepanto is actually faster, which is surprising because it's bigger than Vittorio. Vittorio is better acceleration, better traverse speed, but Lepanto has better turn time, which is also, but not too much better. The guns are exactly the same. That's the one thing with the Italians, the Italian tech tree line. They don't have huge guns at Tier 10. Even the Cristoforo Colombo only has the 15-inch guns that... I think the 15-inch guns start at the Tier 7 Francesco Corucciolo. So after that, you don't get any bigger guns. But you definitely get more of them as you go. So Italian battleship line is more like quantity over quality. Because stuff like the Japanese line with the Yamato and the German line with the Grosse Kurfürst, those things have quality over quantity because they have fewer guns, but they're bigger, if you know what I mean. Anyways, Lepanto gets a much worse reload, as you're going to notice here, because they nerfed these things a lot. I think when it started, it was only like 22-second reload or something, but they nerfed these Italian BBs, especially Lepanto and Cristoforo, because they were just too good when they first came out. So the long reload's kind of annoying, and we get a better range than the Vittorio. Main secondaries are exactly the same. The one thing you'll notice, though, is you do get 2 extra of those triple turret 6-inch secondaries. Vittorio only gets 4 in total, 2 on each side, whereas Lepanto gets 6 in total, 3 on each side. Auto secondaries are pretty much the same. Lepanto gets a better range, and also you'll notice that Lepanto gets double the auto secondaries. We'll look at why that is in a minute. Lepanto gets actually much better AA, which is good because it's tier 9, and worse surface detection, which makes sense. So why does Lepanto have more auto secondaries? Well, if you look at Vittorio's auto secondaries here, see that you only have 2 of the triple main secondaries. But if you look at the auto secondaries, you'll notice they're only like the little single turret things. And I think in real life, those were not secondaries. I think those were like AA guns in real life, like flat cannons or whatever you want to call it. But in the game, they made them into auto secondaries. So yeah, so these are little single turrets of them. If we go over and look at Lepanto, though, we'll see that it has actually little double turrets of secondary. So it, in effect, has double the amount, where the Vittorio only has 12 in total, 6 on each side, whereas Lepanto has 24 in total, 12 on each side. And they're arranged in a different manner, where they have, they're in groups of 3. But yeah, these auto secondaries can be quite murderous, especially against like destroyers and stuff. And the main secondaries in combination with those is kind of a, yeah. Anyways, as far as the elite bonus, you can either go with better torpedo damage reduction, which is a viable option because you do have pretty good torpedo damage reduction, or you could go with elite gun operator, which is what I went with, which gives you better reload and better traverse speed, which I want, as much as you can get that reload down, I'd like to do that. You can get historical camo if you want to keep the ship around. It gives you hit points, main battery firing range, reduces dispersion, and gives you better torpedo damage reduction. Which, most tier 9s you don't really want to buy the historical camo because it's just a ship you're grinding through. And that's what I thought at first. But this ship is actually a very decent tier 9 BB, so it'd actually be a good ship to keep around if you want to keep a tier 9 around, which I think I'm going to keep this ship around even after. I'm going to get the Colombo fairly soon, but I think I'm going to keep this ship around because it's nice to have a tier 9 BB, especially because I'm in the fleet focus and we do like different tier events and stuff, so it's nice to keep it around because this thing can be a beast at tier 9. But we're just going to roll with this for now because I don't have 5,000 gold to spend on that. Battle honors are just typical tech tree battle honors, XP, money, resources, stuff like that. Yeah, so as far as supplies, I'd put improved crew rations because that gives you better reload, probably warship hit points, and refined diesel. As far as equipment, I did outfit this thing with equipment. I don't outfit most ships I'm grinding through with equipment, but I did this one because, like I said, I think I'm planning on keeping this one around because, yeah, because it's pretty decent tier 9. So I obviously put the reload booster main battery mod 2 because it gets the reload down. I put deck protection mod 1 because these things, they're not as flammable as German ships, but they only have like a 3% better fire and flooding resistance, so they can catch fire quite easily. And then I put propulsion in slot 3. As far as commander skills, this is actually my most upgraded commander in my entire fleet, even though I've had like the Montana line longer. That was back when I was a noob when I was grinding that, so I didn't really know too much about commanders, so I switched commanders a couple times. So this is my most senior commander. I think this guy here is going to move with me to the Cristoforo Colombo when I get it, because I kind of want to have this guy on the Colombo since he's so senior. But, and then I'll probably just put like, I have 3 other Italian commanders. I'll probably just put a brand new one on the Lepanto, since I'm going to keep it around. But yeah, this guy will definitely move to the Colombo since he has a lot of skills. Slot 1, I have Underwater Protection Expert. Slot 2, Torpedo Alert. 3, I did go with Artillery Maintenance Expert, but Generalist is also a viable option. Slot 4, Victorious Charge. Slot 5, Survivalist. Slot 6, Generalist. Slot 7, Fully Prepared. Slot 8. Now, here's a question I have, guys. I did choose the Mistweaver skill because I thought it might make my fuel smoke last longer. But I'm just asking you guys because I don't know. Does this or does this not affect fuel smoke? Or is it just for the regular smoke that you sit in? Because it says smoke generator here. It doesn't say fuel smoke. But I haven't really noticed a huge difference. But yeah, I'm just wondering what you guys think because I'm not really sure. But if that's not the case, then go with Extinguisher. Slot 9, you could go with Close Quarters Combat Expert because these things do have decent secondaries if you're trying to shoot at destroyers from ways away. But auto secondaries, no matter all the skills you have, auto secondaries are not going to be very precise at range anyway, especially at fast-moving targets like destroyers. And if you're in really close quarters, like with battleships, they're all going to hit anyway. So I went with Demo Expert, and I've really seen the effects of Demo Expert since I chose it because I've been destroying modules on ships left and right. So yeah, it's really useful. Slot 10, Compartment Maintenance. Slot 11, APCS is basically your only option here because IFHE, obviously these things don't have any HE, which by the way, suggestion to Wargaming is, from me, is that you guys outfit most of your Italian commanders with the SAP skill instead of the IFHE skill because it's kind of useless to have this here when you don't even have HE main guns. Although I can see, oh yeah, and on the destroyers, take out the APCS skill and give it the the SAP, whatever. But yeah, I'd leave a couple commanders regular because there is some Italian ships that don't have SAP, like the Giulio Cesare doesn't have SAP, the Roma doesn't have SAP, you get what I mean, the Giuseppe Verdi, stuff like that doesn't have SAP. But yeah, I guess Wargaming can't. I know there is like one legendary commander that has an SAP skill. Anyways, and slot 12, I'd probably go with either Citadel Strike or Horizontal Protection Expert. Probably Horizontal Protection though, because this thing isn't like the craziest armored, so it would be kind of useful. Oh yeah, and it says here it also reduces risk of fire, so that would help too. Alright, someone wants to play with us. Let's go ahead and never mind, they joined battle. Okay, so let's get into a battle now. Shoot, I clicked that. Okay, there we go. But yeah, this thing. Okay, so we're up against Grosser Kurfürst, double Grosser Kurfürst actually, Georgia, Hindenburg, Ibuki, Shimakaze, and Gearing. And actually, one of those Grosser Kurfürsts is actually someone from our fleet, Steve, and he's really, really good. I mean, he was the best player last season, so that's not very.
Tutti ai posti di combattimento.
That's not going to be very fun. Also, if you guys notice, I'm turning over a new leaf as far as having the correct language in for the ship I'm playing. I didn't do that in the past. I just left it on Japanese. Okay, we're going to leave it on SAP because there is some destroyers. Which, by the way, if you're looking for a battleship line to grind, I'd recommend this line because even though it doesn't have the biggest guns, it has a lot of them at higher tiers, and the SAP is just crazy. You can just be out here, especially in like something like a Cristoforo that has a lot of guns, you can just delete destroyers like crazy, and it's really fun because those ships are the most dangerous at times, and you can just delete them off the face of the map, so it's nice. On our team, we have Mecklenburg, Prinz Ruprecht, Lepanto, Baltimore, Double Gearing, and Benham. Benham is, I don't have the Benham, but the Benham is a good ship. It's just, it has a lot of torpedoes, 16 of them in total. It's the only problem with the Benham is the torps are really, really slow. That's the only thing I've heard about that's the problem with it. Okay, there's definitely going to be a destroyer around here. The Benham isn't the best gunboat, so I don't know if he's making the right decision by doing that. Go ahead and open up at the Ibuki.
Ottimo lavoro.
There's a Gearing over there, but he's kind of far. Another thing is, you gotta be pretty close. Oh my, our Benham's getting destroyed over there. You gotta be pretty close to a destroyer if you want to just like completely delete them. Because if you're, it's not an issue with the penetration. They don't lose penetration much at longer ranges. The only issue with, okay, I'm gonna switch to armor piercing. I need armor piercing now. But the only issue with it isn't really the penetration. It's that you're not gonna hit all your shots if you're doing it from a ways away, and so you're not really gonna be able to delete them.
Nessun problema.
That always happens though, where as soon as I change it, yeah, that Mecklenburg. Okay, he actually managed it.
Rimanete vicini.
But he got half healthed. See, it always happens like that, where I change to AP, and that's when the destroyer appears. It's like they know when I change to AP. The Mecklenburg doesn't have a Damacon for some reason. He must not have one. Ah, shoot, there's a gearing. I gotta switch back to SAP. Secondaries are opening up. I'm about to get probably beat up by this gearing. I might even get one shot at him.
Bel colpo. Bersaglio agganciato.
Yep, I'm about to get
La palla nello scafo. Imbarchiamo
smoke up.
l'acqua.
Yeah, we can kill this gearing.
Nave nemica
There we
distrutta.
go.
Abbiamo colpito il nemico.
That's what I love about these Italian ships. You can just blow up destroyers, and it's just fun. It's like retribution. They're always sneaking up on you and trying to torp you, and then you just pull up with the SAP. They're like, oh shoot, oh shoot, oh shoot, I gotta get out of here. And then I get killed by a ghost first. Well, that's just what it is. Anyways, well, I mean, we were playing against one of our best players in the fleet, Steve, over here. I mean, there goes our Mecklenburg.
La squadra nemica sta per vincere.
Prince Ruport did hit him with a bunch of torps, so. And wow, those Corfers have a long range on the secondaries. Even the auto secondaries are coming up. He's busy harassing this Ibuki. He's about to die, I'd say. Probably, yeah. Okay, they got the Ibuki. But yeah, it's clear we lost. I mean, we've only taken out 2 of their ships so far.
Raggruppatevi.
Why is there no torp tubes on this? Oh, there. I was wondering why there's no torps tubes on this gearing. I just didn't see them, I guess. In some ways, when you know you're going to lose like that, you just wish that our team would just, you know, kind of like give themselves up so they would die so you can hurry up and start the next one. I mean, it's that way with... Yeah, that gearing's dead. I mean, it's like that with the enemy team, too. They always try to, like, run at the end when they're clearly not going to win. And it's so annoying because you're, like, almost ready to take them out, and then they're just running from you, and it's really irritating, but yeah. Alright, that ended, but... Yeah, so, not the best battle, but we'll do another one, see what happens. I had one battle earlier, which I don't know if you guys believe me, because I don't have proof on this device because I was actually playing on my tablet, but it was crazy. I was playing in a Lepanto, and it was a mostly bot battle, to be fair, but we were up. I had a teammate that was in an Iowa, and we were up against a Missouri and a Roma, which a Roma is basically just a Vittorio Veneto without SAP or smoke. So, we charged in there, and to be fair, the Missouri, well, it is kind of just an Iowa. It hits way harder than the Iowa. I don't know why. Okay, so, yeah, though, it's crazy. And let's see if I can invite anyone. Maybe I can invite these guys. But, yeah, so the Missouri hits way harder than an Iowa. So I took out the Roma fairly easily because he wasn't even looking my direction. He's a tier 8 ship, you get my point. But I was getting wrecked out there, especially by some bots. It was more by the Missouri, though. So I killed the bots. I killed like 3 bots or something. And then, so I don't know how I did it, but I somehow killed the Missouri and won for us. Because I was the last one alive. My friend had died, and stuff. So I somehow won that for us. I don't know how, but got the Missouri. And the craziest part, if you guys want to hear it, is that I got 179,000 damage, which I've never done that much damage in a random before, or in any mode before, I don't think, in the game. Plus 5 kills, Kraken Unleashed. I almost got the carrier, too, for 6 kills, but I didn't. Okay, we're up against Midway, Lepanto, Minnesota, Hindenburg, Neptune, and Double Gearing. At least this time we're not up against our own fleet mates. That's the thing I hate the most when you're up against your own fleet mates, because not only are they extremely good if you're in a good fleet like I am, but also it's kind of annoying to have to play against your friends and shoot at your friends.
Tutti ai posti di combattimento.
And we have Midway, Ohio, which the Ohio is basically just a Montana hull with 8 18-inch guns on it instead of the 12 16s in the Montana. Lepanto, Zhao, Double Shima, and Ostrogotland. So I'd say we have a decent chance this time, because with the Double Shima and Ohio, but I can't really say till we've actually won, so we'll see. I think the Ohio is over here. Yeah, there is the Ohio right there.
Velivolo nemico in arrivo.
I see there's a destroyer over here, but it's okay. It's a gearing, but I don't know which one. I think he's over here somewhere. There he is. But see, when you're this far away, let me demonstrate to you what I meant. Okay, never mind, he's turning in. I'm not going to fire. Okay, I am detected, so I'm going to slam on the brakes in case he's launched. See, when you're... Okay, he disappeared. And sometimes a scout plane can actually work like sonar, where if you're behind a mountain from something, you can send up the scout plane and it'll like detect them and stuff. It's kind of nice. Okay, there's a Minnesota. Let's open up with that. I don't really want... Okay, no, we actually want SAP because that gearing's rushing us. Okay, to avoid getting hit by all of his torps like last time, I'm gonna begin to turn while I back away. Yeah, actually, most of the firepower in the Lepanto is actually in the front. Because there's 2 turrets in the front, 1 in the back. So, there he is. He's turning sideways to launch his torps. Look at that. That is just crazy amounts of damage.
Velivolo nemico in arrivo.
Oh, he got his torps away though. Shoot, I gotta turn. Yeah, we're gonna take like 8 of those. Oh, come on. No, I'm at like no health. I hate that when that happens. Now I have like no health. Guys, I need help with the Minnesota. Okay, where's the Ohio? He's around somewhere. let's smoke up since we're low. Where's the, what do they have on their team? Lepanto and Minnesota. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna die. Yeah, I'm definitely dead. If that Neptune hits me with like one more salvo. Yep, I'm dead. Wait, what? How did I survive that? I'm at like 150. Yeah, I'm dead now. I hate that when that happens, when you take out a DB and you still die. And it's so annoying. It's like there's some sort of curse on when I record, because when I record for you guys, I always have like the worst battles and lose and die quick and don't get much damage. And then when I'm not recording and I'm on my tablet just playing by myself, I always have like the best battles and win so much and have tons and tons of damage and stuff like that. It's kind of annoying. Because you guys probably think I'm a horrible player because you only see when I play horribly, but oh shoot, he's going after a midway. That's not good. There's also a DD going after a midway as well. It's a gearing.
Catturare la base nemica.
That CV better turn left if he doesn't want to die to the gearing's torps, because I'm pretty sure he probably launched his torps already. I guess he's trying to run from the Minnesota as well. Oh my goodness, he's doing crazy amounts of damage to that gearing with the dive bombers. Wow. Those American dive bombers are just so good. He's been doing so much damage to them with
La squadra nemica sta per vincere.
I don't know what's going to happen here. I mean, yeah, it looks like the Minnesota's probably going to take out the CV. They need to make a CV with smoke. That's what they need to do. I mean, I know that would be kind of OP, but still. You could run from BBs and stuff that are trying to shoot at you and then, like, smoke up so they can't see you. I mean, you'd still be a big target, but it'd be, you know, it'd be useful to have a CV with smoke. Just saying. And the midway's dead. He still managed to hit the torps, though, even though he was dead. And we've lost again. Yay. But yeah, as you can see, the Lepanto can be a very, very good ship, especially for taking on destroyers, which is kind of a weird thing to say about battleships, because usually it's cruisers that are best to take on destroyers, and battleships are more like the big chonky boys that take on like the carriers and other battleships and cruisers. But yeah, it's definitely a good one for taking on destroyers. But yeah, you see the Lepanto in action. Like I said, very, very good tier 9. I might even keep it around. Probably actually will, because I spent blueprints upgrading it and equipment on it. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, like the video, and I'll see you in the next one.